Today I'll be going over 5 separate movements which include 3 different joints. These movements include waving your hands, standing on your tippy toes, throwing a ball underhand, sitting down, and nodding your head. Our first movement includes waving your hand. This movement uses elbow joints, wrist joints, and finger joints. To do this movement, you need abduction of the fingers, abduction of the wrist, and rotation of the wrist and elbow. Now I'll show you an example of this movement on my camera. Our second movement includes standing on your tippy toes. This movement utilizes your ankle joints and your knee joints. This movement includes plantar flexion of the toes and extension of the knee. Now I'll show you an example of this movement on my camera. Our third movement includes throwing a ball underhand. This movement utilizes your wrist joint, elbow joint, and shoulder joint. This movement requires rotation of the shoulders, supination of the wrist, and extension of the elbow. Now I'll show you an example of this movement on my camera. Our fourth movement is sitting down. This movement utilizes tarsal joints, knee joints, and hip joints. To do this movement, you need flexion of the knee and flexion of the tarsal joints. Now I'll show you an example of this movement on my camera. Our last movement is nodding your head. This movement utilizes the neck joints and shoulder joints. It also requires rotation of the neck and abduction of the head. I will now show you an example of this movement on my camera.